Good morning. This recording is for pre-algebra, chapter 5, lesson 7. No code today just because honors kids will need to watch another video after this one, whereas high school prep kids will only have to watch this video. So for the sake of the honors kids, no code today. Alright, so today we're solving equations by adding or subtracting fractions. It's as easy as it sounds. Do the opposite operation to get the fraction away from the variable so that the variable is alone on one side of the equal sign. Remember to use prime factorization to help you come up with common denominators. Alright, so y plus 8 ninths equals 5 ninths. So we're going to subtract 8 ninths on both sides to get the variable by itself. Y equals 5 ninths minus 8 ninths. Since the denominators are the same, we're going to get y equals negative 3 ninths because 5 minus 8 is negative 3. And then we need to simplify this because we always need to simplify fractions. Negative 3 over 9 is the same as 3 times negative 1 over 3 times 3. Cancel out the 3's. Y equals negative 1/3. There you go. All right. N minus 3/4 equals negative 5/8. We're going to add 3/4 on both sides. The negative 3/4 and the 3/4 cancel out. N equals negative 5/8 plus 3/4. We are going to come up with a common denominator. N equals negative 5 over 4 times 2 plus 3 times 4. So we're going to multiply by 2 over there to get a common denominator of 8. N equals negative 5/8 plus 6/8. And there we go. We're going to end up with 1/8 because negative 5 plus 6 is 1. 8 stays on the bottom. N equals 1/8. And again, you can always plug it back in to check your work, which you should be doing anyway. Okay. Next up, we have 3 and 7/18 equals z plus 1/3. Since these are mixed numbers, there's two ways we can do it. But first, we're still going to just get the variable by itself, which is to subtract 1 and 1/3 on both sides. So we're left with 3 and 7/18 minus 1 and 1/3 equals z. And there's two ways to do this. We can do the improper fraction way, which I'm going to show you first, which means to come up with an improper fraction. 18 times 3 plus 7 is 61 over 18. 3 times 1 plus 4, 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4 over 3, so it's 61 over 18 minus 4/3. We need to come up with a common denominator. 61 over 18 is the same as 16 over 3 times 6, so we need to multiply that 4/3 times 6 on top and the bottom to get 61 over 18 minus 24 over 18. We're going to subtract. We're going to get 37 over 18. Well, 18 goes into 37 two times. 2 times 18 is 36, which means it has a remainder of 1. So 18 times 2 is 36, and which means that my whole number is 2, because I should probably put it back into a mixed number. And then 31 minus 36 is 1, so I'm going to have 1 and 1/18. All right, the other way you can do this is to do fractions only. The only thing is that doing it this method, you have a chance of needing to borrow, and I'm going to show you an example in just a second about when you need to borrow and why borrowing can be a pain in the bottom and why you're probably going to love doing improper fractions no matter what happens, okay? Because again, if you don't have a calculator, you're going to be tempted possibly to do the fraction only route, but then if you get into borrowing because of that problem, it might be rather painful, and so doing the improper fraction way with a calculator or without a calculator might be better for you. It really depends on the situation and how comfortable you are with or without a calculator. Okay, but the fraction only route says to ignore the whole numbers and just do the math with the fractions first. So I have 7/18 minus 1/3, which is the same as 7 over 3 times 6, so I have to multiply those by 6, and I'm still going to get 1/8. And then I subtract the whole numbers, 3 minus 1, which is 2, and then combine the fraction and the whole number to get my final answer. See, not a problem with this one. The only thing is you didn't actually have to borrow. So here's an actual problem where you have to borrow. We have y plus 1 and 20 over 21 equals 3 and 1 over 21. So even though the denominators are the same, we're possibly going to have to borrow. So if we subtract 1 and 20 over 21 on both sides, we're going to get y equals 3 and 1/21 minus 1 and 20 over 21. The thing is you could do the improper fraction way and multiply 21 times 3, then add 1, and multiply 21 times 1 and add 20 to get an improper fraction and subtract, and your life would be probably pretty easy. But that might not be something you want to do because maybe you don't want to multiply by 21. There's a lot of reasons why you might not want to turn it into an improper fraction, so you might head for the fraction only method where you deal with the fractions first and then deal with the whole numbers. And it's not really fraction only. You just first deal with the fractions and then you deal with the whole numbers. The only thing is if you do that, you're going to end up with 21 minus 20 over 21. 1 over 21 minus 20 over 21. A lot of 1s, lots of 20s. Anyway, this is going to give you a negative number, negative 19 over 21. And then when you do 3 minus 1, you still get 2, but then you have 2 plus negative 19 over 21. So what you end up doing is you're going to break the 2, the whole number 2, down into two fractions that equal 2. Right there. Actually, a little too far. Right there. So 21 over 21 is 1, and 21 over 21 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So we still have 2. We just broke it up into two fractions that when added equal 2. The only thing is that, well, that's actually it. The only thing is that really this 21 over 21 can stay a 1, but we still need to do 21 over 21 plus negative 19 over 21, which is going to give me 2 over 21, which is equal to y, okay? And then the other way you can obviously do it is just borrow from the 3 before you even get to that point where you've dealt with the fraction. So this is not necessarily the fraction first method. This is borrowing from the whole number to get something that means you can do it. And it's very, very complicated actually. And I went ahead and did this, but I'm just going to show it to you because honestly most of you are not going to do it this way, but it's something you should probably become familiar with because it is a way you can manipulate numbers. So I broke the 3 down into 2 plus 21 over 21, because 21 over 21 is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, and I still have 3 and 1/21. So, I combined these to get that, and then I distributed the subtraction, and I ended up with a -1 and a -20 over 21, and then I'm dealing with the fractions, and then I'm dealing with the whole numbers, and then I'm combining, and I still get the same answer. All right, so again, this stuff on the right, it's a little more convoluted than you need to know. Okay, I'm done, and I'm going to go ahead and get the next video ready for the next section for the honors and high school prep. You just get away today. All right, done. Bye.